Abe remains Japan's longest-serving prime minister. The suspected attacker, identified as 41 years old Tetsuya Yamagami, said to be a former member of the Maritime Self-Defense Force. Former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe sustained wounds on the right side of his neck and left clavicle after being shot. Officials said the shot caused significant internal bleeding. The attack on Japan's best-known politician comes despite the country's famously low levels of violent crimes and tough gun laws. Japan's current Prime Minister Fumio Kishida termed the attack as unforgivable. Shinzo Abe was known for his hawkish foreign policy and signature economic strategy that popularly came to known as Abenomics. A conservative nationalist by most descriptions, the 67 years old Abe led the Liberal Democratic Party to victory twice. His first stint as Prime Minister was brief for a little over a year starting in 2006, but he made a surprising political comeback in 2012 and stayed in power until 2020 as he resigned for health reasons. Japan was in the recession when he began his second term, and his economic policy, built on monetary easing, fiscal stimulus and structural reforms, was credited with helping growth return to a faltering economy. He also oversaw Japan's recovery from a massive earthquake and tsunami in 2011, which killed nearly 20,000 people and led to a meltdown of Fukushima nuclear reactors. He stepped down in 2020 after weeks of speculation revealing that he had suffered a relapse of ulcerative colitis. The intestinal disease had led to his resignation in 2007 too. The assassination of Abe has drawn condemnation from leaders all over the world.
The foreign minister said that we remain in solidarity with the Japanese people as we remember his global role and contributions to the Pakistan-Japan relations.
Shocking assassination of Japan's former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in one of the world's safest countries stunned leaders and drew condemnation, with Iran calling it an act of terrorism while Spain slammed the cowardly attack. Leaders from Pakistan, Germany, Sweden and the Philippines were also among those who extended their condolences. In many countries, including Spain and France, expressed solidarity with Japan. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, speaking with the Japanese and South Korean foreign ministers at a trilateral meeting in Bali, said Abe's assassination was profoundly disturbing and a personal loss for so many people. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol's office cited him as saying that the shooting was led to Abe's death as an intolerable criminal act. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern expressed her shock about the shooting. She said Abe was one of the first leaders she met after taking office and described him as deeply committed to his role, generous and kind. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said Abe was one of Australia's closest friends and the giant on the world stage, adding that his legacy was one of the global impact and a profound and positive one for Australia.